Hello, Culture Matters podcast. We are back with another episode of the Culture Matters podcast. Back again with another 30 days of thought. We are on page 95, 96. Bored. Bored is what we are talking about. 30 days of thought is a series of excerpts or pages with a page following it to write your own thoughts in order to think, in order to have a basis of filming your own content, your own word, and putting it on social media, or just keeping it on your phone and watching it yourself and testing your assumptions with by watching yourself and getting a greater awareness of what you actually think and how you show up in the capacity of oratory, speaking before a crowd, sharing your thoughts before a crowd. It said that the biggest fear outside of death is the fear of public speaking. Well, if you want to overcome that fear and test your competence, test your thoughts, 30 days of thought is a meditation to do so. You read a page or a page or 2 pages, you read an excerpt, you write your thoughts in the book. There's prompts to help you film your video and actually share your thoughts online so that you can be all sorts of things can happen for that. You'll be judged, your thoughts will be tested, your convictions will be tested. Maybe you're more clear thinking because we think that reading to think, writing to develop, listening to hear what is unsaid, and speaking to let go develops leadership, executive management abilities that actually transfer to an organization. And today I'm talking about bored. I wrote this down in my notes before I read the excerpt. I wrote down, if we pay attention, if we will hear, we're listening. If we're listening, we'll see the danger. We can't be bored. We can't be bored. We don't have the luxury to be bored. We're called to lead. We don't have the luxury to be bored if we're paying attention. So my question to you is, are you paying attention? What are you aiming at? What are you building? What life are you creating? Where are you going? What are you doing with your time to better yourself? Do you love your job? Are you capable? Do you uh, what's the relationship like with your boss? What's the relationship like with your subordinates? Do you have subordinates? Why not? Do you want them? Do you not want them? Why don't you want them? Do you not want them because of a reason that you once believed that you forgot that you believed at one time that you forgot about because the chaos of life had pulled you in this direction or that direction? Schopenhauer said, life is like a pendulum that swings between pain and boredom. If you listen to this show, you've heard me before. I don't know what the hell Schopenhauer was saying most of the time. I've tried to understand. That's the fun part about philosophy, trying to understand what the philosophers are saying. But maybe life doesn't have to swing. This is a philosophical question or statement, proposition. Maybe life does not have to swing between pain and boredom. Maybe the process of that pendulum swinging is where meaning is found. Maybe it's how clear we are where we're going and how we want to get there and how we relate to what comes between where we're going and how we think we'll get there and who we do it with and how we relate to them and work with them, the people in our lives, leads to meaning and excitement and enthusiasm and can make us strong enough in our domain of genius, our domain of expertise to burden the consequences of life's randomness and life's improbabilities being probable and happening so that we're not just victims, but we are leaders of people and valuable friends and even strong enough enemies to make the people in our life better. Maybe life doesn't have to be boring, or if it's momentarily boring, we can take a step back, look right, look left, look down, look up, and wonder, where am I? Am I thinking? Am I where I need to be? Am I where I think I need to be to get where I want to go? So I thought, after reading the excerpt again, and I'll finish with it. If we pay attention, we're listening. Like it takes our attention to listen. And listening is scary because we might actually see something that we don't understand. or we don't want to confront. And then we don't have the luxury to be bored because there's danger, there's the unknown, there's an adventure, there's a calling. What's your calling? What's your adventure? What are you aiming at? Who are you? Who do you want to be? Am I courageous enough to step into my potential? These are the questions that I need to ask with you as I go through 30 days of thought. So here's board, page 95. The greatest gift any creator may have granted us in his grace was that of boredom. To be cognizant of the development or lack thereof is solely a human element. The condition of a mind is affected by years of trial and error. Since the dawn of man before trees and before we had the freedom we demean today, endless souls prevailed and collapsed for our right to be bored. This blessing of our nature is just one of many we have been granted, with no will of our own invested, but we squander it and take it for granted. How lucky are we, in fact, to have such a choice, the right of man to be able to sit, think, and feel. This is boredom by definition, and this is the result of the gift of life. All that can be understood is that to own our very nature and investing that into our here and now is a choice. This shows appreciation, gratitude, and humility for our past, present, and future. Heed my warning. Be present and embrace life's struggles. And don't spit on the graves of your ancestors who died endlessly for your boredom. Be grateful. Rule number 12 in Beyond Order is be grateful despite your suffering. I want to challenge you and challenge myself to have gratitude in the face of a feeling of boredom because it's a luxury. It means that maybe I won the battle and I haven't won the war, and I think I could take my foot off the gas and enjoy some of the luxuries that have come with success, but only for a second, because if I do it too long, I'm going to end up sowing the seeds of resentment, sowing the seeds of disequilibrium, sowing the seeds of opportunity. Rule 4, notice that opportunity lurks where responsibility has been abdicated, and someone's going to take the crown. Someone's going to take out our product, our service, compete with us for the customer's attention. And if I let off the gas for 1 second, I might just forget the meaning to my own life and create the next adventure. Please leave us a review on the Culture Matters podcast. Continue reading to think, writing to develop, listen to Heroes Unsaid, and we will see you next time on the Culture Matters podcast. Are you bored?